Be a total nerd about it.
Woo, nerds!
Wow! Hey everybody, it's Shannon, and I actually ended up doing a haul of my own as well, because of course when Crystal found out about the half-price book sale, I found out about the half-price book sale, because that's how friendship works. So I stole my boyfriend and I was like, we're going shopping, and he was like, oh no, and I was like, but it's for books, and he was like, okay. So the first one that I actually picked up was, I picked up the collected works of Robert Frost. I've really been wanting to get back into reading more poetry, and Robert Frost is obviously fantastic. So I was like, screw it. It's pretty, it's hardcover, it feels all suede-y, and it's actually the book I paid the most money for out of all of these, which when you see some of the ones at the end, you'll be a little impressed. The other one I picked up, going on that same poetry kick, is The Essential Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. Why I always get his name wrong. Words are hard. I don't know. But I decided for $2 that I can own Edgar Allan Poe and read more Edgar Allan Poe because it's $2. The rest of these I picked up just because they sounded like interesting mysteries, and I've always loved like mystery and murder and all that nonsense because I watch way too much bad TV. But if I can watch bad TV, I can read good books, right? So we'll see how good some of these turn out to be. I mostly just grabbed them because of covers or if the story sounded somewhat interesting. So this one is A Spider in the Cup. And I picked this one up because it's London in like 1933, and I have a thing for like the 20s and the 30s. It just sounded pretty cool, and it involves like a woman being found at the bottom of the Thames, it being connected to some hot big wig American, and like the world's maybe coming to an end, and it's always the fault of the Americans. So it's like, cool, that's fine. Sounds legit. Other one I picked up, also based in England, because obviously I'm an Anglophile. Jack Maggs. It's a national bestseller, so it's like, oh well, hey, I really like Victorian things and mysteries, and I'll give it a try. This one I picked up, I don't know why. For some reason it called to me, I think because of the cover and like the trees being upside down, but it's Blue Ridge, and it's a tale about like mystery and murder connecting down in the South. The back talked about how it's like some of the best Southern storytelling that they've ever read. So I was like, you know what? I'm down for that. Southern storytelling has always been really interesting. So I was down to read a mystery of that type. And then this one I picked up specifically because I was like, bone flour. What the hell are you making flour out of bones for? And then I read the back of it and I was like, screw it, I absolutely have to buy it. Because it's based in Minneapolis. And if you can't tell, we're from Minneapolis. So it's like, okay, I have to have it. It's based on the mills because Minneapolis was a huge milling city, and that's kind of how everything started. And this woman finds a body after one of the mills exploded, because that happened a lot. It was actually one of the most explosive jobs in the world, is actually working in a millery, the more you know. So we'll see how this one turns out. I'm hoping it drops stuff about Minneapolis all over the place, and I can just be like, haha, I know where that is. So then, two of the other ones, this is the one I regret picking this up. Because I bought it because I was like, oh, I recognize that name, like people have talked to me about it, I'll get the thing. So I picked up Shannara Chronicles, but apparently it's Wish Song, and it's like the 4th or 5th book or something, and I didn't know that. So I get in the car and my boyfriend's like, what the hell did you buy this for? You haven't read any of this. And I was like, I thought it was the first book. And he's like, no, babe. It's not. So we'll see if I read it. He said that this one does happen like thousands of years after all the other ones, so that I can read a synopsis of the other ones and then get into this one. And I was like, I don't know if I'm willing to do that, so we'll see if I do. And then the other one I picked up, I actually started this book as an audiobook while I was still in school, and have yet to finish it because there were spoilers on Google, and I'm still hella bitter, like really, really bitter. But I found the hardcover of Blood of My Blood, so I was like, shut up and take my money. So now maybe I'll actually finish it. Let's hope, because I loved this series so far, so I need to finish it. But I was pissed. Last book is actually the book I was the most excited about. It is not something that, like, I can't see Crystal ever picking up books like this, but it's my thing. It's very near and dear to my heart. I actually found, I had not heard of this designer beforehand. I just saw it in the clearance section and I was like, that book looks like it's coming home with me, because it's like this. And I was like, that looks like fashion, and that looks like very pretty pictures, because Thames and Hudson is a publisher of many of the books that I have in my fashion collection. And because I have several fashion collection books, they are usually extremely expensive. Like, buying them for even $50 is a freaking deal. I found this sucker for $3 in clearance. I didn't care that I didn't know who Claude Montana was. But now that I do, I'm like, yes. Because he's gorgeous 90s avant-garde badassery. And it's fabulous. So he had a Victorian kick too. But it's basically very, very, very pretty pictures of fashion-y things, which is for me. It's my thing. So that was my greatest haul. The fact that I can get a fashion Thames and Hudson book for $3. I was like, that was my haul. Check out Half Price Books all the time, because they're always awesome. Like, I really appreciated that the guys were super helpful in trying to find me. I wanted the new Rupi Kapoor Milk and Honey, and they did not have it at any of the locations that I went to. But they were like, oh, it's at these ones way far away. And I was like, I'll pick it up another day. I'm just kicking myself that I didn't pick it up the first time I saw it. But thanks to Half Price Books. And this is D&V, so be sure to follow us, because we'll post some fun stuff down in the links as per usual. We are a GBN affiliate. Be sure to check out all our buddy podcasts and web series and all that other fun stuff we do with our friends. So it was good to see you all. Let me know what other things you guys picked up at the Half Price book sale, because we know you were all there. So see ya. Bye.